Darren, thank you for taking the time to join us. That felt like the most comprehensive performance and result of your reign so far. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I think today, Raj, for me and the players, we came here with the intent of to win the game at all costs, really. That was our mindset and focus today, because being at home and being in front of our home fans, it was really important that we took the initiative and took the game forward. And I thought once the game settled down after 15, 20 minutes, we started showing signs and an energy and a tempo to our game that we've wanted. And then to get the goal, it settled us right down. And then we kept on pushing from there. And it's really pleasing to see us score a second and a third goal and capped off a fine afternoon's work.
The stadium seemed to see how hard the lads were working. They seemed to buy into that quite early, and the atmosphere built throughout. It must have been nice to see that crescendo in a way that the goals kind of capped off the whole feeling of the day.
Yeah, I think, Raj, that one thing that we've never gone away from is that even though the results haven't been going our way, there's always been an intent, and I don't think anybody can fault the players' work rate. And I know we applaud work rate and that, and it should be second to none. And you are right with it, but the lads never do give in with that. They always do show initiative to keep working hard, and by doing that today, they've got their just rewards. But again, today it was about setting up and then going out there. And you know, I give credit to the boys again, because again, adversity sets in yesterday, losing sort of Jacko to the starting 11. And making adjustments and pushing David out there. Credit to the boys. Adversity again in the game, losing Maxi, and then Chapper stepping in and continuing that work. And that for me shows a wonderful togetherness with the group, a spirit amongst the group, and you see that with those changes over the 24 hours, day before the game and on the day, you see it didn't cause any real jolt to the team in terms of that performance. So again, credit to the players, but it shows wonderful unity with the group in terms of where they're at amongst each other.
The performance comes at a great time as well, not just because it's Boxing Day and you know everybody's back at home with their families and everything, but it's after the Norwich performance and the result. I think there was some annoyance there from not only yourself but the players. We've spoken to Sorba Thomas and Jacob Chapman previously, and they said they felt they needed to show a response to that. Do you think that was a little bit of motivation today?
Yeah, I think for me it's always the next game, and that's football. Football has a unique way that no matter what emotions you're facing in one game, you've got to quickly put those emotions to one side and get back to simple basics, ready for the next one. And I think even at Norwich, we probably felt that through we conceded 2 goals through lapse of concentration, which undid us in the end. So it's a matter of trying to quickly put that behind us, come in, get some good work done, and then apply ourselves right for this game today. And I thought the players showed that. And credit to the boys, really, and credit for their honesty after that Norwich game and coming in here. And that's what we want to try and build here at this football club, is an honesty. When we've played well, we've played well. If we ain't played as well, we ain't played as well. So today was a good performance, 3 points, a clean sheet, and one for the players to enjoy tonight and the fans. And then we get ready to go again on Friday.
It's hard to talk about individuals after such a good team performance, but 2 that stick out immediately are Jacob Chapman, who you brought up previously for his club debut and his Sky Bet Championship debut, and young Loic Aina, who came on at the end as well for his Sky Bet Championship debut. Can you just talk us through how you felt with both of those coming on and how they acquitted themselves?
Yeah, I think both of them done really well. I made mention to the subs coming on and contributing to the game, and when you've got games in close proximity of we got, and as everybody else over the Christmas period, you're going to get called on all the resources of the whole squad, and that could happen over the next couple of games. And I hope the supporters get right behind them young players, because they are part of the squad. They are going to be used as part of the squad. And I thought in both players coming on, it was a right response from the supporters, especially when Chappers come on, and you know they applauded him, and it seemed to generate an even better atmosphere in the ground. And that's credit to the supporters, allowing one of our young players to settle down very, very quickly in a very difficult game. It was his league debut today, and Loic was his league debut again, and both players relatively young and have contributed to 3 magnificent points today. So we've got many more younger ones in the squad, and don't be surprised if you see one or two more make their debuts in terms of the situation where we're at the moment.
The entire defensive unit played brilliantly, as well as the both goalkeepers that were on. But I thought Ben Wiles was magnificent today. One of his best performances since joining the club. David Kasumu out of position, like you say, only 24 hours notice to go out wide. Jonathan Hogg as always, but Delano and Sorba Thomas working up top together seemed to buy into the way they wanted to exploit how Blackburn played at the back.
Yeah, and please don't forget Jaheim as well. You know, he done well as well. I thought the game was pinched on transitions, Raj, and the transitions were massive today in terms of when they were attacking. I thought we stood resolute in our defending and managed to trap runners because they're a good team, Blackburn, and move the ball around. But when the ball broke for us, I thought the transitions were key today, and it proved pivotal certainly for us. And we know from those positions we're quite strong in terms of when we progress up the field. We got good energy, good power. And I thought the boys done well today in capitalising on that when there was a turnover. We broke quite quickly up the pitch. So credit to the boys again for getting the first part right, which was the off-the-ball work. And then the second part, which on the ball, they get the just rewards for it.
One of the things that I thought was most impressive about the performance today was Blackburn made 2 changes at the break, and that seemed to galvanise them for 5 to 10 minutes straight afterwards, as you'd imagine. And in the past, that might have put some doubts in the minds of maybe the supporters or the players on the field. But they seem to weather that storm and then look at each other collectively and go, we can continue doing what we were doing previously now. And then the second and third came in quick succession and put the game to bed.
Yeah, and I think, Raj, for us to galvanise as a club to go forward, it's moments like these and testing times like these that it's about us coming together as one and coming through these hurdles and overcoming these hurdles and gaining that experience. And I thought today we had that today. We come out second half, they made a couple of changes, but such was the intensity from the team, but the energy from the crowd as well. I think that boded well together for us to overcome that hurdle. There's going to be many more big hurdles like that this season coming, and it just shows that the attitude and the desire by everybody on the pitch and off the pitch was all in the same space today, which is excellent. And I think that's what got us the result today.
You mentioned it yourself that, you know, these are results that you should enjoy and celebrate in the moment, but we haven't got long to dwell on this. We've got Middlesbrough coming here in 3 days, which is going to be its own challenge and test. How do you take these next 3 days? And obviously this gives us a little bit of belief, a bit of spring in our step. How does training look and preparation for that game look with so many games in such a quick succession?
Yeah, no focus. We'll enjoy this for a few hours now, and it's all about the boys recovering and getting ready now, and then getting back on the drawing board really and prepare for another tough game on Friday. They're a good team. They're in the ascendancy, so we have to be really ready for another top team coming into town, and that's what we'll be doing over this next couple of days in preparation for the game. We don't really get to enjoy it for a few hours, but the focus and mindset when we wake up in the morning will be focused straight on Friday, because that's our job and that's what we're called to do. And that's exactly what we will be doing, Raj.
Both yourself and the supporters have mentioned how important the support of the crowd was today, how that helped them on with so many tired bodies and knocks and things going on. Their support on Friday here is going to be as important as ever in our last home game of this calendar year.
Yeah, I mean, I keep reiterating it that in terms of on Friday, in terms of where we are as a club, and we need everybody doing their bit for the club, and the supporters here play a huge part, because every time when they are loud and galvanised, it pushes the players on. The players, there's some tired bodies out there today, but the fans are energising and bringing it on. So they are our 12th man here at the John Smith, and when they're in full voice, you'll go a long way to find a better arena when it's in full voice. And that's credit to the supporters really for their coming here and getting right behind their team and pushing them on, and they can all go home and feel happy that they've done their jobs today in terms of keeping the players at it when there was one or two tired bodies out there.
I think that's a perfect note to leave it on, Darren. Thank you very much for your time and congratulations again on the result.
Cheers, thank you.